Welcome to Milos, Greece, one of the most magical islands in the Cyclades and easily my new obsession. From beaches that look like the moon to cliff diving, seaside Aperol spritzes, and an unexpected local festival, we packed in a lot, and I can't wait to take you along. We arrived bright and early at the port of Piraeus to catch our ferry to Milos. Once boarded, we grabbed a quick breakfast from the ferry cafe, some delicious Greek pastries and coffee, of course, and made our way up to the executive class lounge. The ferry ride takes about 3.5 hours, so we got cozy, enjoyed our breakfast, and spent some time finalizing all the places we wanted to explore once we made it to Milos. Before we knew it, the ferry pulled into the port town of Adamas and we officially arrived in Milos. Now, fair warning, the ferry unloading process can be a little hectic. Everyone's just kind of scrambling to get off at once, and it's definitely a bit of organized chaos. Luckily, we had made a rental car reservation in advance, which I highly recommend you do if you're coming here. You really do need some wheels to get around on the island, and cars can book out fast, especially in the busy summer season. You can also choose to rent scooters or ATVs if you prefer to have the wind in your hair. Our little rental car cost about 50 euros per day, and I'm personally very glad we went with the car route because it allowed us to have shade and a little bit of AC when we were driving around the island between beaches and different sites that we wanted to see. An ATV would have been fun, but we would have been very sunburned and very hot.
Hairpin around to the left now. Tight curves. Driving in Greece.
The good thing is we have insurance for the car.
Pro tip, if you need an automatic car, book early. Most rentals here are manual, and trust me, Milos is not the place to learn stick.
So narrow. Nothing.
The roads are super narrow, steep, and sometimes you have to stop on a hill to let traffic pass. Even Nate, who's great with manual, had some sketchy moments. Let's just say I was happy to play passenger princess on this trip. After about a 20-minute drive from the port, we made it to Klima, a tiny, colorful fishing village that feels like it's straight out of a postcard. I was so excited to get checked into our Airbnb because this was honestly the most unique stay I've ever booked. What I wasn't prepared for, though, was the fact that there was no dry route to our Airbnb. Okay, this is about to be very comical. These colorful little homes were originally built by local fishermen to store their boats on the ground floor and live up above. Today, a few locals still live here, but many of the houses have been turned into unique Airbnbs, like the one that we stayed in, giving travelers a chance to experience a piece of Milos history literally right on the water. We just got to probably the coolest Airbnb that I've ever rented before. I can't even believe we're staying here. It's going to be comical carrying our suitcases up here, though, because we definitely didn't backlight. We're going to do it, though. Let's make it happen. These people are about to have a laugh watching us struggle, but it will be worth it. All right, there was no footage of this event, but suffice it to say, I did successfully carry my own nearly 50-pound suitcase from the entrance of Klima up to our Airbnb, and I'm very glad for my weekly strength training sessions. Now that we did that, success, no one got hurt. I'm gonna give you guys a little house tour because this Airbnb is amazing. Welcome to our little fisherman's house. Originally built in the early 1900s, this place has been beautifully restored to keep all of the traditional charm. We have all kinds of little snacks for us, little sitting area, and then in here is the bedroom. Nice little bed. I love the rug. Bathroom, small, but you know, to be expected. Little kitchen table and chairs, and they had a bottle of wine for us, which is so nice of them. And then they left us some homemade pastries that our host Maria made. I cannot wait to try that. And then this is the cutest ever little tiny kitchen. Looks out onto our little balcony. Amazing views from the kitchen sink. It's got like a small little stove, an espresso maker, which I love, and they have some espresso pods for us. Little kitchen accoutrements, a milk frother in case you want a latte, how cool. And then of course a little refrigerator. Some of this they had in here for us, and we also went to the market and stocked up on some yogurt and eggs for breakfast and some more wine, beer, because you gotta have your provisions on vacation. And then this is our little balcony, and I mean, this view.
Colorful doors, whitewashed walls, and a cozy open plan layout. It's simple, it's rustic, but honestly, waking up right on the water every morning felt like a dream.
So we're all settled in, and now that we're cooled down a little bit from like working up a sweat, getting all of our stuff up here, I mean, I am definitely glistening. We're gonna get our swimsuits and head down a little ways to grab some lunch. Let's go eat, because I'm hungry.
For our first stop, we made our way to Plathiena Beach, a pretty little cove on the northern side of Milos.
It is so crowded. It is the afternoon. All of the beach chairs are taken, so I can imagine this would be a great beach to come to if you come like early in the day to get a chair. There's literally no shade out here, so we're just gonna chill out here for a bit, get in the water, and then hopefully a table will open up for us at the little beach cafe. Ooh, feels good. Oh, it's kind of slippery. It's very rocky.
The little taverna here gets the job done. Nothing groundbreaking or fancy, but it's a perfect spot to grab a drink and a bite to eat in the shade if you're here at this beach and you're hungry.
This is a Greek hot dog. It looks like it's in a pita bread, kind of. So we're back at the Airbnb, just enjoying the amazing view and balcony we have here. The beach was very crowded. Honestly, I wish we would have just hung out here because we could have just jumped in the water right here, and we have wine and all kinds of stuff in the fridge. This would here now, enjoying the view, just having some rosé. I popped into the little gift store that's like just down from here. It's so cute in there, but I got some fun earrings. I love evil eye stuff, and I love a statement earring, and these were just so much fun. They have a lot more like really cute, dainty pieces in there. It's all handmade goods, so even if you're not staying here, when you come to Klima, you definitely have to walk down and check out that shop because there's just some really beautiful pieces there. You're definitely gonna wanna get something there to take home with you. Now we're just gonna get cleaned up and have dinner. We can more chill first day here in Milos, kind of getting our bearings, and we're still sort of getting over the jet lag and whatnot. Tomorrow is definitely going to be a much more eventful day.
And as an added bonus, if you stay here, you might be visited by one of the local stray cats.
Who knew that our Airbnb came with a cat? I didn't. Hi, kitty.
Whether or not you're staying here in this beautiful little village, I highly encourage you to come here to see the sunset. Just seeing all the beautiful, vibrant colors in the sky, juxtaposed with all the vibrant colors of the homes, just is such a beautiful sight to see. For dinner, we didn't have to travel far. Just literally steps from our Airbnb is the Estakas restaurant, which is a gorgeous waterfront restaurant here in Klima. Pro tip, if you want a table right on the waterfront, make sure you make your reservation well in advance. We really enjoyed the fresh seafood fare and our lovely table, but unfortunately it got so windy by the end of dinner. I almost got blown away, but instead I tried to channel Beyonce. Not gonna lie, one of my favorite things about Milos was waking up and enjoying breakfast and my morning coffee with this view. It was just absolutely magical. We kicked our day off with a stop at Sarakaniko Beach, and trust me, there's nowhere else like it. With its smooth white rock formations and bright turquoise water, it honestly feels like you've landed on the moon. The landscape was shaped by volcanic rock and centuries of wind and wave erosion, giving it that otherworldly, almost surreal vibe. One thing you can't miss out on when you come here though is doing some cliff jumping. Trust me, you'll regret it if you get home and you don't try. If you're truly brave, you can jump from that high point, but this point right here is actually really doable and oh my god, so worth it.
There you go. Use the footholds. There you go.
What'd you think?
It was fun.
Going again. I should just go for it.
I would also advise, though, to make sure you're a strong and confident swimmer. Getting out of the water through this little cove is a little bit of a challenge when the waves are a bit rocky, but man, the adrenaline rush is so worth it. Don't worry, if relaxing is more your vibe, there's this little cove that is very calm and still that you can go and take a dip and cool off and just swim and not have to go crazy cliff jumping. So there really is something for everyone at Sarakaniko.
Just follow the guys.
After Sarakaniko, we headed to Mandrakia, a tiny fishing village that feels like a step back in time. These colorful boathouses were carved into the rock by fishermen centuries ago to store their boats and gear. Today, most are still privately owned, which makes this place feel quiet, local, and kind of magical.
So now we are in Mandrakia, which is this really adorable little fishing village, kind of similar to Klima, just has a different look. The reason why we're here is to come to lunch at Medusa, which is supposed to be one of the best must-see restaurants on the island, and I've heard the food is amazing, but it gets very busy there, especially at dinner time, and they don't take reservations. So we're here early before they open to just get in bright and early for lunch so that hopefully we don't have to wait too long. If you find yourself on a wait, you can definitely come down here and check out this little fisherman's village and grab a little beer or a snack from the little snack bar that's right above it. King of the world! I wonder what this is for that you're standing on. Like, what is the purpose?
To be a statue.
To be a statue!
Iron statue for you to enter this harbor. You must pay me a handsome chest of gold. My fist will cometh down on you.
Medusa is known for their grilled octopus, and we got a little sneak peek at lunch before heading up to the restaurant. So fresh. This is definitely the spot in Mandrakia.
And grilled shrimp too. That's number one.
The Medusa salad, this is the half size. Oh my god. It's still a pretty good size. This looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna try it. It's my new favorite thing. It's so good. It's creamy, and then it's got the crusty fried, and then it has a nice sweet honey drizzled over it, so it's sort of like tangy and sweet at the same time.
But the octopus, now this is what we came for.
Oh yeah, that's really good octopus. A little chewy, but it's really good. The flavor is really good. The seasonings they put on it.
A little vinegar.
Remember some of the good stuff here. Oh, good. I'm already going back for a second bite.
It's not a Milos restaurant without a kitty on the prowl for their next meal.
Oh! Able to just grab food off of it.
This is one kind of dumb.
Too narrow for both directions to be going at the same time.
Our next stop, Fyropotamos Beach.
It's a really, really small beach. It's kind of pebbly, so if you come here and you want to swim, you might want to have water shoes. Just a small beach. There's really no bathrooms or anything, but we brought some water and some beers from the last stop.
Fyropotamos Beach is another gorgeous little tucked away cove that features traditional fisherman houses like a lot of the other little villages here in Milos have. Now, there is some free shade to be had at this beach, but it was crowded and it was tough to get any of that real estate, let me tell you. The other thing to note is it's kind of rocky here, so if you want to swim, you might want to bring some water shoes just to protect your feet. But I'll link the pairs that Nate and I got in the description box. I loved mine because they blended in with my skin, and Nate really loved his because they had a sporty sneaker look to them. The water was so cool and crystal clear and so refreshing.
Feel better already.
Make sure to peek inside the Agios Nikolaos Chapel. It really is very beautiful inside, not to mention the way its whitewashed exterior looks so stunning against the backdrop of the turquoise waters.
Been back at our little fisherman house for about an hour or so. Just got really tired. The summer sun here is no joke, so just definitely make sure to not be going out and doing anything super active in the middle of the day. If you're going to a beach during those peak hours, definitely find shade because it's really harsh sunlight. Got back here and just rested a little bit, and we're gonna go hit up Plaka to sort of walk around and grab dinner and see the sunset.
By early evening, the streets of Plaka start buzzing with people heading up for the sunset. It's kind of the thing to do here. We followed the crowd to go Aperol spritzes in hand and made the climb up to the old Venetian castle. It's the highest point in town, and once you get there, the views over Milos are pretty unreal. Sunset. We made our way back down to Plaka for some dinner and ended up at Mosaic, which is a cute little spot with a very cozy but kind of chic vibe and some seriously good food. We thought ahead and we busted us down the hill to meet everybody.
I did not bust it. I hurried very fast down the hill, but I did not bust.
Yeah, you just busted earlier today at Sarakaniko Beach.
I did. It was so windy, no one knew it was
Anyway, we hurried down before the sunset ended and beat everybody in Plaka, and we got into this really cute restaurant, and it filled up so fast. So pro tip, just, enjoy the sunset, the end of it, as you walk down the steps, and you'll get into a restaurant just fine. After dinner, we took some time to roam the streets of Plaka and do a little casual shopping. There's so many cute little stores and boutiques all throughout Plaka that sell so many handmade and unique souvenirs and goods that you can take home with you. If you're looking for a great place to satisfy your sweet tooth, check out Cafe Peleos. This charming little cafe is tucked into one of Plaka's quiet alleyways, and they have so many delicious desserts to choose from, and the vibe was just the perfect low-key way to wind down after a full day. Alright, it's our last full day in Milos. We're just heading out. Gonna go to the south side of the island and check out the beaches down there. It's a bit further away from where we are, so it's gonna be a little bit more of a road trip, but it should be an adventure. Driving on this island is always an adventure. Right, babe?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of which, we're about to get to the part where I need to start my navigation.
Yeah, you do. Doesn't always work.
Really yelling on this for a while.
There's literally no one on this beach
is huge. It's pretty sandy. Yeah, except for when you get into the water, it gets rocky, so you still might want water shoes for that, but it's really nice and wide open. The only thing is there's no shade. We found a little beach club. It has different options of beach chairs and cabanas and things like that. It is really beautiful out here. The water feels really good. It's very like blue. And all the rocks that are around here have all these different like crazy colors going on, which is really interesting. Nice to have like a nice wide open space rather than feel cramped on a lot of the beaches we were at yesterday.
If you want to seek shade and refreshments, but not quite as bougie of a setting as Artemis, there is this cool little beach bar here as well. But we decided to treat ourselves to 2 sunbeds at the Artemis Resort, which will run you 70 euros for a pair of sunbeds. They also have a pretty extensive menu. It is also a little bit pricey. But if you want to splurge and you want to be in a more luxurious setting right on the water, this place is definitely it. And I also believe that if you aren't a guest, you can, for an additional fee, get access to their gorgeous pool right here on the water, if that is more your speed. But here's a little tip. If you're here at Paliochori and all you need is a little break from the sun, a little shade, a little refreshment, just come to the aqua bar, get yourself a table, or better yet, get one of these beanbag things, which are kind of partially in the shade. And I don't think they charge you extra for that. Just order a couple drinks and you're good to go. We actually ended up moving across the way to these little day beds from our sunbeds because the umbrellas above those just were not offering any protection. And if you've seen Nate and I, you can tell that we're a little pale and we need to protect ourselves from the harsh sunlight. It was definitely a splurge. We got this little day bed for a half day and just enjoyed a nice, quiet, luxurious morning. How is it? Stealing one of these chips though.
They're good. They're salty.
That's really good. Very salty.
This is the perfect car for Milos. If you can rent that, golden. It's like a convertible kind of. It's really narrow. It's small. It's 4-wheel drive. Another one. Call this company right there. Do it.
Definitely kind of an adventure getting to this one. Is so gorgeous. I mean, the water is like unbelievably blue. It's so breathtaking. The only cons are there's very few places to find shade and there's no bathroom down here. And we're still going to another beach after this, so I'm a little nervous for myself because I just had a beer. So just keep that in mind when you come here. We managed to find one of the very few shady spots on this beach, but it's this tiny little cave. We're just kind of shoved up in there. Very hot and bright out here, but it's really nice. It's very sandy. Oh man, here we go. You could also kayak from the beach we were just at over here if you wanted to. Maybe not do what we're about to do. Say a prayer. I'm a little nervous about this. Okay, I got this. This beach is Tsigrado Beach and it's the one there. Down a ladder and all kinds of stuff to get down. Let's see how sketchy this is. Okay. Yeah, that's something different. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Grab the rope if you can. Just take your time. There you go.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, you got it. It's just a little farther. There you go. It's a big step down on the bottom one too. Yep. Oh, there you go. You got it. Okay.
Let's get my elbow.
Oh no.
I'm gonna start bleeding.
Shit. Okay, onward. It's crazy.
But scooch to get the ladder.
Okay. Right. Oh man. That's a ladder right there. It looks like a cliff.
As you can see, getting to this beach is a whole thing in and of itself. You have to contend with 2 sketchy ladders and a rope to navigate your way down, but it's worth it.
We made it. Look at us. It was a little sketchy, but it's really, it's not too bad once you like get on the ladders, but like sometimes it feels a little scary to position yourself on the ladder. But when you get down here, it's a very tiny beach, and it's nice because there's basically no one down here right now. Very rocky. It's definitely good to have water shoes for this because you can climb down the ladder a lot easier in them. And then once you get down here, your feet are good to go walking around and walking into the water here.
We're gonna attempt to swim into these little caves that are right off to the left-hand side. Supposedly if you come in the afternoon, according to Nate, who did some research, the light hits just right in there. A little nervous, not gonna lie.
Here goes nothing.
Whoa!
All right, we're in. Really. What? What? Wasn't that bad to get in here, honestly. We did it.
Oh, look at the ambiance.
The light is so bright, it's just sparkling.
Okay, yeah. Let's go. Watch your head, watch your head. Get down low.
This is the free shaded beach we could have had all day long. Milos secrets, y'all. Just come around this corner. Free shade. Quiet beach all day long.
There you go. Yeah.
Can't ladder? Let's just go to some crazy beach and check it out, Jess. And then let's risk our breaking our necks so you can go to a beach.
Yeah.
I'm out here. Where am I? Just
Wow.
kidding.
So dramatic. I love it.
Fun fact, every time we drove down into Klima, we were actually passing right by some of the island's most historic sites. I wish we'd have had time to check it all out. The ancient Roman theater and the catacombs. These catacombs actually date back to the 1st to 5th century AD, and they're among the oldest Christian catacombs in the world, even older than the ones in Rome. And even the spot where the Venus de Milo was discovered is tucked into the hillside just above Klima. Definitely something you might want to add to your Milos itinerary if you're a history lover. Another thing I really wish we had time for was a boat tour to Kleftiko. It's this incredible stretch of white cliffs and sea caves on the southwest coast of Milos that you can only reach by boat. It's not just stunning, but it's also steeped in history. Pirates used to hide out in these caves back in the day. I've heard it's one of the most unforgettable parts of the island, so I'll link some boat tour options below if you're planning a trip and want to check it out.
Had a very adventurous beach hopping day in the south part of the island. Now that we've experienced both the north part and the south, I will say the south part is a lot more rugged. It's a lot less developed than the north part. You can tell up here in the north part of the island, this is like the older part. People kind of have settled for a long time. It's a lot more infrastructure. When you go into the south, you'll find it's just really rural. The beaches are definitely a little bit more unorganized, as the term is that they like to say here, which means that they don't have all the facilities necessarily that some of the beaches would normally have, like bathrooms, cafes, all that stuff. Just keep that in mind. Our neighbors down the stairs told us that there's a end of August festival happening in Trypiti, which is another one of the villages that's right above us, close to Plaka. So we're gonna go up there, grab dinner in that village, and then check out this festival. And I'm so excited to see what this is all about.
Before heading to Trypiti for dinner, we went back to Plaka, to this spot where we got our to-go Aperol spritzes to enjoy this gorgeous view. This is such a cool little bar and a great place to catch the sunset in Plaka. Then on to dinner in Trypiti. As we walked to dinner, you could already see the preparations being made for the big festival later that night. For our last dinner in Milos, we grabbed a table at Octo. The atmosphere was modern but cozy, the food was incredible, and it felt like the perfect spot to wrap up our time on the island in style, with unforgettable views of the Adriatic Sea and the last remnants of the sunset.
heaven.
This pasta dish is probably the best meal I've had so far on Milos.
What's your favorite?
Yeah, so far. Yeah, this is delicious.
By total luck, we happened to be in Milos on August 31st, just in time for a local festival that marks the end of summer and occurs every year on this date.
It's pretty crazy. I feel like everybody that lives on this island is here right now.
The big feature of this festival is this bonfire that is lit in the town square. Everyone gathers around it, and the boys and some of the men take turns jumping over it. I was getting nervous because it seemed like they kept trying to feed the fire to make it bigger for them to jump over. I heard that this is a symbolic tradition that signifies the end of summer and is meant as a blessing to keep their homes warm during winter. But I could be totally wrong. If you know the real reason behind this, feel free to leave it in the comments.
Already did it.
The dancing, the delicious street food. These Milos residents, they really know how to party, and this party goes well into the night. This was just so magical to get to experience. It just felt like one of those rare, one-of-a-kind travel experiences I will never forget.
I'm gonna try Greek coffee. It's kind of like Turkish coffee. I've had that before, so we'll see how this goes. It's thick, yeah. Gotta drink it slow. It's really strong. You don't want to try some? You won't need a nap when you get to Athens if you drink that, babe. Well, that wraps up our time in Milos. We're here in Adamas, back in the port. Gonna get on the ferry back to Athens. I have to say my first Greek island experience was incredible. I definitely got the bug. I'm gonna have to come back to Greece and explore more of these beautiful islands. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you want to check out our adventures in Athens, you can find that video right over here. And then we also are going on a Virgin Voyage cruise that leaves from Athens. If you're interested in that, you can check that one out here. I'll see you guys over there, and if not, see you on the next one. Bye!